All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at NotebookLM. It's one of the most powerful and free AI tools out there. And we're going to break down a super simple system to completely change how you learn and work with information.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You've got dozens of articles saved, YouTube videos bookmarked, notes all over the place. It's just this mountain of stuff, and trying to connect any of it can feel totally impossible.
And this is exactly where NotebookLM comes in. Think of it like your personal research assistant. But here's the critical difference. It's an AI that only learns from the specific materials you give it. You are in complete control of its entire knowledge base. And really, this is the main thing you need to get. A tool like ChatGPT or Gemini, it pulls from the vast and, let's be honest, often messy expanse of the whole internet. NotebookLM, though, is grounded exclusively in the sources you've personally picked out and trust. What does that mean for you? It means way fewer weird, made-up answers and much more specific, reliable information.
So how do you actually master this thing? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but powerful three-step framework. First, you curate your information. Then, you learn from it. And finally, you act on what you've learned. That's it.
Let's start with step 1, curate. Now this is, without a doubt, the most important part. The quality of what you get out of NotebookLM is 100% tied to the quality of what you put in.
And adding sources is incredibly easy and flexible. You can upload PDFs, you can drop in links to websites and YouTube videos, pull stuff directly from your Google Drive, you can even upload voice memos you took on your phone. It's all designed to bring your knowledge into one central hub.
So here's the crucial point. You have to avoid the single biggest mistake new users make. Don't just dump a bunch of random links into your notebook, because that defeats the entire purpose. The first step is called curate for a reason. You've got to thoughtfully vet each source to make sure it's high quality and actually relevant to what you're trying to do.
Okay, so once you've built your curated knowledge base, it is time for step 2, learn. This is the fun part. This is where you go from just having a pile of files to actively engaging with and transforming all of that information.
And your main tool for this is the chat interface. You can ask it really complex questions, you can ask for a summary of some dense article, or you can find that one tiny detail that's buried in a 50-page document. It's literally like having a conversation with your research materials.
And this chat feature is just so powerful. Every single answer it gives you comes with citations, so you can just click and see exactly which source it came from and check the information yourself. You can even ask it to create really complex stuff, like a full 12-week marathon training plan. And then, boom, save that answer as a brand new note right inside your notebook.
But learning doesn't stop with a chat. Nope. Once you started to gain some insights, you can use a feature called the Studio to transform that raw information into totally new usable assets.
I mean, have you ever wished you could just listen to your research notes while you're at the gym or driving somewhere?
Well, with audio overviews, you can actually do that. It generates a custom podcast based on your sources. And you can even choose the format. You could ask for a deep dive, a short brief, or get this, even a debate between two conflicting ideas that it found inside your own research.
Okay, what if you need to explain your findings visually, for a presentation or maybe a report you're writing?
The Studio can generate these stunning, data-rich infographics that summarize all your key points. It turns pages and pages of text into a clear, visually appealing format in just a few minutes. It's pretty amazing.
And honestly, the list just goes on. You can create entire slide decks, explainer videos, mind maps to see how all your ideas connect, and even quizzes and flashcards, which, for any students out there, is an absolute game changer.
So all of this brings us to the third and final step, act. Because, look, gathering and understanding knowledge is great, but it is completely wasted unless you actually put it to use.
This is where your knowledge becomes something real and tangible. You could use all your organized notes to draft a video script. You could build out a whole business plan with every piece of market research neatly cited. You can share your entire notebook with a colleague for instant collaboration, or just download that infographic you made and share it with your team. The whole point is to create, build, and share.
So there you have it. That's your three-step path to mastering this. First, you curate your sources with real intention. Second, you learn from them by chatting and transforming them in the Studio. And third, you act on your insights by creating something totally new.
By following this simple framework, you really do go from being a passive consumer of information to an active creator of knowledge. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?